Hi guys, Dan here. Hope you're all well. So I had a really nice comment on one of my videos, and they've made a request for "Shallow" from the from the film "A Star Is Born." So this is what we're going to do today. So I've got a nice worksheet for you in the description below. So if you want to download that and print it off for yourselves, that's cool. I'm just going to go through breaking things down into, first of all, the chord shapes, what you make with your left hand, how you're going to play them to begin with, assigning each finger on your right hand to the correct strings, and then we'll look at how we're going to go then and use the finger picking with the right hand, and then which notes we do hammer-ons and things with the left hand. Just before I go into all that, I'll just play you a little bit of the introduction, and then we'll break it down to intro, the intro verse, the pre-chorus, and then the chorus, and then I'll do a play along, fingers crossed. But we don't get any copyright claims, but there we go. So here we go. So that's the intro that we have. So let's get straight into the chord shapes. So I'm using an E minor 7 chord on the left hand. That's a straight E minor. That's string 5 and 4 with my index and my second finger. So string 5 fret 2 with my index, string 4 fret 2 with my middle finger, and then I'm using my third finger, my ring finger, on the second string 3rd fret. So we can hear it there. Alright, so that's our first chord. The next chord is what we call a D F sharp chord. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go over and make a D chord, which is string 3 fret number 2 with my index finger, string 2 fret number 3 with my third finger, my ring finger, and then with my middle finger I'm playing string 1 fret 2, and then with my thumb over here I'm going to reach up and I'm going to play string 6 fret number 2. Now a lot of people may find that quite tricky to do. If you've never used your thumb to fret a note, that is quite hard to do. Alright, so an alternative way of playing that is if you move your index and your second finger, index to the second fret of your 6th string, and your middle finger goes to the 3rd string 2nd fret. So you can play it sort of like this. Alright. I tend to do a thumb, and then I'm going, that's usually a passing chord going to G major. So we've got E minor 7, D F sharp, and I'm not going to go all the way to the 1st string on the D, I'm just going to go across to the 2nd string. Now I'm keeping my 3rd finger where it is, and all I'm going to do now is change to a G chord, and I'm going to put my second finger, my middle finger, on string 6 fret number 3, and I'm muting with the underneath of my second finger the 5th string, so I don't want to play that. I'm not using my index finger on the G, on the 5th string 2nd fret either, the standard sort of G. This is called a G5 chord, a power chord. And again, we're only going across to the 2nd string. So we've got E minor 7, D F sharp, G5. Okay, then with the we're going across to a straight C chord. That's string 2 fret 1, string 4 fret 2, string 5 fret 3, and I'm going to be employing my pinky in a moment. All right, and I'm going to get my pinky onto the 2nd string 3rd fret. That's the other chord that's used. So C, and then adding your your pinky onto the 3rd fret of the 2nd string creates a 9th chord, a C add 9, like that. So those are all the chords. So E minor 7, D F sharp, G5, C, and then C add 9. Right then, with the right hand then, so there's a particular fingering and particular way you want to be able to play this. So we're going to be incorporating our thumb, index, middle and our third finger. I'm not going to be using my pinky in this. Now, just to throw this at you, the E chord, the E minor chord, I refer to that as a 6th string chord. The reason why that is because the root note of the chord, the note E, which is the 6th string open, is on the 6th string. Right? That's the E note. Now, the D F sharp chord, that low note on the 2nd fret, that is also on the 6th string. So the way we play the E minor 7 chord with the right hand is going to be the same for the D F sharp. And it will also be the same for the G chord, because that note, the root note for that chord, is also on the 6th string. So we've got, with the right hand, we've got the same fingering for E minor 7, D F sharp, and the G chord. And what that is, we assign the thumb to the 6th string, index finger goes to string 4, middle finger to string 3, and your third finger, your ring finger on your right hand, goes to the 2nd string. So it's string 6 with the thumb, string 4 with the index, string 3 with the middle, and string 2 with your third finger. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to basically play those chords, E minor 7, but then I'm sort of pulling. Now I'm getting this feeling like I'm bringing my fingers to the palm of my hand. So I'm doing this sort of motion. So I'm picking like this. So thumb will be going down, and then I'm sort of pulling with the fingers. You see, I brought that up like this. Okay, that's just me playing around there, but with the chords. You can see the handwork in the right hand. Okay, then when we drop down to the C chord, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move everything down a string. So thumb's going to the 5th string, my index finger is going to the 3rd string, middle finger is going to the 2nd string, and my third finger is going to the 1st string. Okay, so that's the fingering for all of those chords so far in the intro. So E minor 7, that strings 6, 4, 3, 2. D F sharp is the same. G5 is the same. But now moving my hand down to the 5th string, 3rd fret, and the thumb on the 5th string, index finger on the 3rd, 2nd and 1st, that's index, 2nd finger, 3rd finger. So I'm just going to put those chords one after the other, letting them ring for 4 counts each, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Pinky added on here, like that. Okay, cool. Right, so that's what we've got to do with our left hand and our right hand. All right, so now we know which strings are assigned on our right hand. We're basically going to start picking the notes individually, or what we call arpeggiating the notes of the chord. Okay, so the first part, the first chord on the E minor, it's string 6, string 4, and then I'm going to pick string 3 and 2 at the same time. Okay, so that's the first chord and how we pick it. Then I play the 6th string again, and then I move to the D F sharp chord, and I play that 6th string once, and then I'm going to pick all the strings on the with my right hand, the index, 3rd and 2nd, that's strings 4, 3 and 2, all at the same time. So I alternate between the low note on the D F sharp, 6th string, and then strings 4, 3 and 2 at the same time. So, sorry, E minor, and now I'll go to the G chord. I'm going to pull all of that together at the same time. So that's thumb, index, middle and ring finger all at the same time. Again, they're getting that feeling of like bringing my fingers back to my palm with my thumb. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we move to a C chord, dropping our fingers down onto the 5th, the 3rd, the 2nd and the 1st strings. Now here we play the 5th string to begin with, then the 3rd string, and then we're going to go 5th, 3rd, we're going to pick the 2nd string, and we've got to do a hammer on here. Now that is particularly tricky to do if you're sort of only just starting out, to develop the force to be able to make that string ring out. If you find that hard, it's not you, it's just that it is hard. It's just really challenging. So this bit, we've got string 5, 3, 2, hammer on, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5, 3, 2, hammer on, 3, 5, 1, 2. 5, 3, 2, hammer on, 3, 5, 1, 2. Okay, one more time. So I'm going back to the C chord. Then moving my 3rd finger across to the 6th string, and I'm pulling all these strings at the same time. 6th string first, and then the 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd string all at the same time. Okay, so one more time on the C. Sorry. And then we're going to go over to a D chord, and I know I've got my pinky left on that 2nd string. I've got to switch all my fingers round to a D, so a standard D shape. Then we're going to do basically like a little hammer on and pull off with our middle finger. On the D chord, I've moved my whole hand down. My thumb's gone to the 4th string, my index finger's on the 3rd, my middle finger's on the 2nd string, and my 3rd finger is on the 1st string. So I've got strings 4, 3, 2 and 1 with thumb, index, middle and ring finger. Like that. I'll just play this in its entirety from the C chord. There. And when I went from the G, I only pulled on the 4th, the 3rd and the 2nd string with my thumb, index and middle from the G. Then I do this with my 3rd finger open on the, keeping my chord held down on the D. I'm going to do taking my middle finger off on the 1st string, hammer on and a pull off. And it's like a little triplet, 1, 2, 3, really quick, 1, 2, 3. And then I come back to the 2nd and then the 3rd strings. So from that C chord, this whole bit would sound like this. back to E minor again. 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to play it now twice through. Actually, no, I'll do it 4 times through. And then if you print off the sheet, the PDF in the comments below, have a look at it, rewind the video to the bit where I'm playing it 4 times and have a read along as I'm playing. I'll play it slowly and then I'll play it full speed, the sort of speed you hear it in the track. So here it is, a nice slow steady speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, three, four. Okay, so now a couple of times at the speed that you hear it in the tune. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the intro and it's the verse, the first couple of verses. So the next little video I'll do is the pre-chorus and then we'll do a separate video on the chorus. Hope you enjoyed that. See you in the next video.